Commissioner O'Hara, why don't you get us started then?
Oh, thank you. Okay, well, we had 9 folks who were signed up to speak at the public comment time. Cassie Woolworth was here, and she was speaking on DEI and was told that she needed to wait and speak to that, which she did when it was on the agenda. Debbie Detmer, she's talking about pornography in the public libraries and how the public library does not talk about age appropriateness of some of the materials. Ben Hobart was talking about COVID. Patricia Lantner, she's the one that had signed up, but I guess she had problems finding a parking place. Carol Webb was talking about the sexualization of our children and was talking about when we were magic, and she was the one that said that staff does not take stands on age appropriateness. Jennifer Williams was also speaking about when we were magic. I think her first name is Jenny Yang. She was quite inspiring. A Chinese refugee that came to the United States when in 1949, 6 months prior to the communist takeover. Her comments were just really amazing. Maria Holliday was talking about equity, and then always my favorite, Tom Raby. He was talking about the county magazine and the inventory of greenhouse gas, and he was questioning just exactly where we were measuring the inventory. Then the other thing that I want to bring up is that when we were magic, and it is an extremely graphic book, a library book, which is on the summer reading list. And I do not need to read the contents. Jennifer Williams did, and they're horrifying. But I wanted to take a little different slant on this, is that the sexualization of our children, and these are books that are being presented to our quote-unquote young adults, 13 to 18 years old, and I've stated that these are not young adults, these are children, and you don't get to use the word adult until you're 18. And so I started doing some research, and I found that the Kansas Senate and House of Representatives in 2018 for the Senate, in 2017, they adopted a public health hazard, recognizing pornography as a public health hazard. And on the Senate side, it's SR 1762, and on the House side, it's 6016. And it states that the Senate recognizes pornography as a public health hazard that leads to individual and public health impacts, societal harms, and recognizes the need for additional education, prevention, research, and policy change at the community and societal levels, urges the Senate and other governing bodies to take appropriate steps, and references poor personnel, societal outcomes related to pornography, and related research. There are also connections with human trafficking. I mean, the list goes, the mental health issues, addiction to pornography is skyrocketing. And I just would, and I will make this available to my colleagues, the Senate resolution and then the reference to the House resolution. And I double-checked, and the Senate resolution passed unanimously, and the House resolution had only one nay vote. So this was a very broad-based support of this Senate resolution and House resolution. So I am going to be, in the next, when we come back from our break, I'm going to be requesting a committee of the whole to be discussing this and to see what measures that we can put into place. And also I went out and I looked at some book reviews, and this book Goodreads puts it at 3.6. The feminist Quill, she she gave it maybe a 2. She was horrified. The nerds, they stated, well, really we wish it was an adult book so that it could have delved into the more sexual and weirdness part of it. I mean, why do we have these books in our libraries? But anyway, I just think that we need to take a look at it, and I will be requesting that we have a committee of the whole on it, because I definitely want to be on record that as a county commissioner in Johnson County, I do not recommend this book for 13, 14, 15, 16, 17-year-olds. Absolutely. I don't recommend it for anyone. Thank you.
All right.